My name is Jimmy Westerlund from the band Giant and One Desire. Today I'm gonna show you a few different examples of how I improvise and play solos and stuff like that. More towards the end, I'm doing a longer playthrough with the typical stuff I do on the new Giant record, Stand and Deliver. And yeah, I guess this is gonna be very much back to the 80s, which I like. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this is gonna be for you. All right, without further ado, example number one. Here we go. Okay, here's the first lick up to speed. So it starts out with like long legato notes. It's like a dissonant. You slide down to B. You use the whammy bar to make it sound a little bit weird. Followed by a fast run, like a little bit of a fire thing or something like that. Neil Sean would do. Back up. On this little bend, you need to bend both strings, and you also need to pick both strings to get that squeal out of the guitar. And in the end, you come down to something that's almost clean sound territory. Again, you change the pickup. That's it. On to the next one. Okay, on to number two here. Okay, so there's actually a lot of stuff going on here. The first thing is to be able to roll back the volume, because you really need to change the dynamics a lot. I usually go between like 3 and 10. So I do that all the time, actually. I have the little finger on the volume. So to be able to get those... all those small notes heard, like when you play fast. If you have too much volume on, it's just gonna be like a blur. So that's important. Also, you gotta be able to switch between the bridge pickup and the neck pickup. That also gives a lot of options in like sound and expression. So. Kind of like handling and managing those two things, I think it's like key to doing this thing. So okay, here we go. Starts like this. I don't even know what you call that, some kind of a hammer-on. And then you slide up with the whammy bar. Switch pickup. and volume full. Called pinch harmonics, or maybe more like a hammer-on harmonics. And then roll back the volume again. Some kind of like a picked arpeggio. You can also alternate between strings. Yeah, so a lot of things. But the main thing is roll back the volume and change the pickups. Okay, example number 3. Yeah, this is a good example of. You can notice I don't really plan too much what I'm gonna play. It's more of a feel thing. It's more of a like an improvised thing, and I usually do that. I plan maybe like a main melody, and then I just let it go and go with the flow, and yeah, it's like the bend, for example. Guitar is a very expressive instrument, and if you have like 3 different guitarists, it's all gonna sound different. For example, if you do that kind of a like a descending run on the F sharp minor scale, it's gonna sound different whoever does it. And I don't really think about too much how I do it. It's just and I didn't even think about I'm gonna end with that kind of a slide and vibrato. It just came out like that. After that, I just like start jamming on some chords like F sharp minor combined with D and like D sus and stuff. And the guitar is a very expressive instrument, like I said, and my philosophy of sound is I can go from like 0 to 60 just by turning knobs between the combining the pickups and the volume knob. It's good to like have a sound that you like and that you're comfortable with, and I go from like having like a almost chicken picking to like full-blown like and everything in between there, like back again. And yeah, I think it's like the way I grew up listening to music is also, it's kind of the same philosophy. Like I watched a lot of like old videos with like Gary Moore and Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff like that, where they have like a strong melody which they kind of like keep every gig and but then suddenly they just like burn away into something, whatever they feel at the moment and whatever mood they're in. And I love that. I love that about music. It shouldn't be too serious that you have to like stick to exactly what you like. Same thing every night, every time you play. I I don't really think about music that way. So it should be like fun and just improvise and try to get all the sounds is coming from you anyway, and all the expression is coming from you through the guitar. It's like a communicating thing between the player and the listener, and that's why you should really make sure you have a guitar that you can make all these sounds with, because sound is more interesting than technique, I think. Like what kind of sound you can get out of the guitar, and how you can make it scream or whatever, the way you bend it, or like the way you attack the strings, or like how you make the vibrato, or it's very personal. I think that's the most important. Just have your own sound, and you really can't sound like anybody else anyway. However you try, you can spend half a life trying to sound like somebody, but you're gonna be able to. So I guess that's the good part. All right, there you have it. That's pretty much the bread and butter of how I approach the guitar, and I'm gonna end by playing some more parts to the intro I had, and just like improvising a little bit longer, so you can hear me play a bit more. All right, thank you, and see you next time.